The New York Says Thank You Foundation was founded in 2003 at the suggestion of a 5-year-old boy named Evan. The mission of New York Says Thank You is to build hope and provide healing to people around the world as a way to continually pay it forward. For the humanity, kindness, and volunteer spirit New Yorkers experienced on 9/12.
It was just unbelievable to see how many people from every state was represented with fire departments and just people trying to help, from people cooking food. I remember seeing hundreds and hundreds of trucks on the West Side Highway, and they were just stacked with food, tools. You could see in people's faces that they were on a mission, to help. And they knew that there was no taking breaks, there was no anything. These people came and they worked. They worked hard, and that was incredible.
Our core disaster relief project is our annual 9/11 anniversary barn raising, where we empower disaster survivors from across the United States to help rebuild and strengthen communities recovering from their own tragedy.
We can overcome anything, and when I saw those folks show up from Chicago and Kentucky, I learned about the New York Says Thank You Foundation. I understand why it was started, to pay back people who came to help after 9/11. I had to be here, and I'll be at the next one.
The people here will take a little bit of our soul home with them, and I think we'll take a little bit of their soul home with us. I can see where the people go year to year and follow them along, because you can't let them go. They're like family that you can't let go. So I hope that they're always our family.
The Hurricane Sandy First Responder Rebuilding Fund was created by the foundation as a way to help rebuild and repair over 100 homes for New York area first responders and their families displaced by the storm.
When we found out that Thursday after the storm that as many as 2,000 firefighters and police officers just lost their homes, we realized, these guys have made up the core of our volunteer network from the very beginning, and we got to go put them back in their homes, because they're the last people to ever ask for help, and they're also the people who provide life-saving services for the rest of us.
The New York Says Thank You Foundation became the custodian for the national 9/11 flag, a 30-foot American flag destroyed at 90 West Street in the aftermath of the collapse of the World Trade Center. New York Says Thank You took the flag on a 50-state journey where we stitched the flag back to its original 13-stripe format, using fabric from retired American flags in all 50 states.
There are so many people's stories there. I mean, you can look at that flag, and it's not just about a flag and about America. It is about all the people, and all the people that were in New York, and all the people who watched it, and all the people who felt they were part of it, and how it changed people's lives. And it changed their lives forever. That flag. That is the flag that people in New York might have seen when they were driving down the street, but that's the flag we saw on the news. If we watched the news and seen anything, we saw that flag. It's like embedded in our heads. The way that the people there are treating it with such reverence, it is a very special thing.
The 9/12 Generation Project is the education and service learning division of New York Says Thank You Foundation. The goal of the 9/12 Generation Project is to inspire and educate 1.5 million students with the positive, timeless, and universal lesson of citizenship that emerged from 9/12.
Volunteering makes me feel really happy. It's really a passion that I have to volunteer and give back to my community. Not everybody can remember 9/11 and everything that happened that day, but on 9/12 we see through the 9/12 Generation Project that people came together and they really helped each other and lifted each other back up. I always enjoy seeing the smile on other people's faces when I'm able to give back to them and volunteer and make a difference within their life.
Our Stars of Hope program empowers children to use the healing power of art to transform communities impacted by natural and man-made disaster. Stars of Hope has empowered an estimated 30,000 disaster survivors and volunteers to transform communities impacted by disaster in over 40 communities around the U.S. and 3 global communities including Ireland, Kenya, and Japan.
What it does for the kids is it gives them an outlet. Most of the time these kids have not had much of a chance to express themselves in their way because their parents have been pretty busy trying to recover from the disaster. They understand that this is one child to a child and that they can paint anything and send it across the world will be understood by the child on the other end, on the receiving end.
With your help, we can empower and inspire 1.5 million children through the 912 Generation Project, and enable children to transform communities globally through Stars of Hope, and continue to bring disaster survivors on 9/11 anniversary barn raisings. So join us on our journey of saying thank you.
Take me home.